climate change is not just knocking on our doors anymore, folks. It's barged right in. Picture this. Our planet is like a car parked in the sun, and every year we're cranking up that heat. We're talking sweltering temperatures that have us sweating bullets. And it's not just us. Our icy friends in the Arctic are feeling the heat too, with their homes melting faster than an ice cream cone in July. Think you've seen it all? Well, let's not forget about the extreme weather events. One day it's raining cats and dogs, and the next it's as dry as a bone. It's like Mother Nature can't make up her mind. But here's the kicker, folks. This isn't a sci-fi movie plot. This is real life, and it's happening right now. So unless we want to swap our summer beach trips for a desert adventure in our own backyards, we better start taking action. Ever heard of the greenhouse effect? No, it's not about growing tomatoes. It's more like throwing a giant invisible blanket over the earth. Picture this. You're tucked in your bed, nice and cozy, with a warm blanket. The blanket is like the Earth's atmosphere, keeping us snug and comfortable. But what happens when you pile on too many blankets? You get hot, uncomfortable, and start sweating, right? Well, that's exactly what's happening to our planet. We've been piling on too many blankets in the form of greenhouse gases, like carbon dioxide and methane. These gases, much like an overzealous grandmother with a stash of wool, have been knitting an extra thick layer around our planet, trapping in more heat than is comfortable. And where do these gases come from? Mostly from burning fossil fuels for electricity, heat, and transportation. It's like we've been having a massive global bonfire party, and now we're dealing with the hangover. So what's the result? Well, the Earth is getting hotter, and that leads to all sorts of problems. It's like we've cranked up the thermostat and can't find the off switch. We're seeing more intense storms, longer droughts, melting ice caps, and rising sea levels. So, in a nutshell, we've turned our beautiful blue planet into a steamy hot sauna. Scene script. Next up, we're talking carbon footprints, and trust me, it's not the kind you leave after stepping in a mud puddle. You might be thinking, hold on, I'm not even wearing shoes. Well, guess what? We're not talking about shoe prints here. We're talking about carbon footprints. This sneaky little footprint is like the invisible ink on our planet, and let me tell you, it's a lot more than just a smudge. A carbon footprint is the total amount of greenhouse gases, including carbon dioxide and methane, that are generated by our actions. It's like every time we flip a light switch, drive a car, or even eat a burger, we're stamping our carbon footprints all over Mother Earth. Imagine it like a trail of cookie crumbs, but instead of leading to a delicious treat, it's leading to higher temperatures, rising sea levels, and erratic weather patterns. And here's the kicker. Unlike actual footprints that get washed away by rain or covered by sand, these carbon footprints stick around for a really, really long time, like that embarrassing yearbook photo from middle school. But it's not all doom and gloom. The exciting part is we have the power to shrink these footprints. By making more sustainable choices like biking instead of driving or turning off lights when not in use, we can make our carbon footprints more of a tiptoe than a stomp. Remember, every little step counts, so let's make sure our carbon footprints aren't the size of Bigfoot's. Now, let's chat about sustainability. Nope, it's not just a fancy word people throw around at dinner parties. It's actually a pretty simple idea. Imagine you're baking a cake. You wouldn't use all your ingredients in one go, right? You'd save some for later. That's sustainability. Sustainability is all about making sure we have enough resources for our future and the future of generations to come. It's about balancing our needs with what the Earth can provide, without tipping the scales. Just like you wouldn't empty your bank account in one shopping spree, we can't exhaust all our natural resources either. But wait, there's more. Sustainability isn't just about the environment, it's also about people. It's about making sure everyone has access to basic needs like clean water, food, and a safe place to live. It's about creating societies where people and nature can thrive together, not at each other's expense. It's also about the economy. Sustainable practices can actually save us money in the long run. Think about it. If we use resources wisely and reduce waste, we won't need to spend as much replacing them. It's like getting the most bang for your buck, but for the planet. So sustainability isn't just about saving the Earth, it's about saving ourselves too. All right, folks, it's time to roll up our sleeves and get to work. We've talked about the realities of climate change and sustainability. Now it's time to put knowledge into action. Let's dive into the practical ways we can make a difference, starting today. First on our list, reducing our carbon footprints. This could be as simple as swapping out your daily car commute for a bike ride, or even walking when possible. Even small changes, like turning off the lights when you leave a room, can add up to significant energy savings over time. Next, let's talk about diet. Did you know that if we all went meatless for just 1 day a week, the reduction in greenhouse gases would be equivalent to taking over 500,000 cars off the road? That's just food for thought. And let's not forget about waste. From composting organic waste to recycling our plastics, metals, and paper, every piece of trash we keep out of our landfills is a step towards a more sustainable future. But beyond these individual actions, we can also use our voices. Advocate for green policies. Support businesses that prioritize sustainability. Educate others about the importance of climate action. This journey towards sustainability isn't a solitary one. It requires all of us working together, striving for a common goal. Our planet is counting on us, so let's make sure we don't let it down.